clean footage.
Do you watch The Walking Dead?
I don't. No.
No.
I enjoy it.
A lot of people aren't into it.
It's just it's hard to get into because it's my wife and I that are watching something, and
Yeah.
it's hard to be on the same page. Like, she'll go ahead several episodes and leave me behind. And
Right.
at that point, I just give up because I don't want to have her to have to rewatch all that shit.
The Fear the Walking Dead, I watched the first 2 episodes. And after that, I'm like, I'm going to pass.
What Mike just said brings me up to a good thing. We're all married now.
Right.
All 3 of us are married. How does it work as far as, like, do you guys try to find, like, a show to watch with your wife? Because what I do is, like, we'll watch 1 episode together, and then...
If she's feeling it.
Yeah, I'll just leave her in the dust. I'll just watch it when she's not around.
Yep, that's what I do,
work
too.
Such different schedules, you know.
Well, that's the thing. That, like,
She does the same thing to me, too.
yeah.
So it's tough to kind of watch, like, entertainment, TV quality, you know.
Well, my wife has, like, a different take or different taste as far as movies and shows go.
What's she into?
She likes more of classical stuff and
Right.
Disney stuff
She
and
seems like
family stuff.
She seems like a Wizard of the Oz.
I mean, she likes like a lot of some of action films she'd watch, like the Furious, Fast and Furious, and
Well,
Will Smith movies she'd watch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like anything. As far as shows like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead or anything like that, she just does not.
Yeah.
She's not into it. Yeah. And I think a lot of it, if it was a movie, she might like. If she's in the mood one day, she'll watch it. But since it's a show, and it's every week, you have to sit down and watch it. She's like, I don't.
She didn't. Your wife didn't even like any of the movies we did. They said, well, you said she liked Rain.
She liked Rain. She liked Dead Rabbit. She didn't love it, but she liked Dead Rabbit.
One thing you could always count on is your wife.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. She kept it G with him.
Yeah.
She's like says it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't like it,
100%. Which
I'm not. She's not saying it's bad. She's just saying she doesn't like it. She's just not
My wife
her.
would be like, yeah, I don't like that. Like,
Yeah.
she'll cut it off.
She just
throw
tell
it out
me.
the window.
Yeah.
Which I can, really respect.
Yeah.
I just go ahead.
What?
I don't care if she likes it or not. I'm just gonna keep watching it.
Yeah, I watch it. Like Game of Thrones, she does not like, but I'm caught up. I watch it every time it comes out. Westworld, I've been watching every episode since it came out.
I hear
So
that's pretty good.
it's really good. The ending is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And it sets it up for the next season.
Not
which
to
is
get
great.
too deep because I don't want our wives to kill us when they watch this.
Yeah.
But I'm freshly married. I'm 4 months in. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that flew
And
by.
yeah, 4 months in, and it's work. It's work being married. So
Yeah.
if you guys had to give me one piece of advice moving forward
Oh, and which direction?
Just-
Like which?
with marriage and the relationship of being married, because you guys have more experience than me, what would your advice be?
Mike, we'll start with you. That's the first thing you do.
You can keep it simple. I just, if you had to give me some advice about marriage and making it work and everything.
Because in this lifetime, we are all basically just winging it, and there's no set rules on how to do something. I would say just fucking listen to her. Look her in the eye when she's talking. And I recently found out that they like it when you do shit for them. So like,
I was like, every time I
her back is killing right now. She's got a fucked up back, and she wants me to like lift her off the couch or
Just take care of her, basically. Take care of her.
That shit don't come to me naturally because I'd like to attribute it to being a guy, but I don't know. Just
So listen and try to do nice things.
they love like spontaneous shit, like where you randomly buy them material things and clean the house without the
Yeah, I would think one thing that make
cleaning.
help as far as the house. Yes, that would be my.
Sorry, I'm shivering, guys.
Too cold?
Yeah, very cold.
One thing that would. I was gonna do something. Should I do this? One thing that I would say, just help around the house as much as you can. Unfortunately, I don't do that as much as I want to or as I should. I try. And it's really hard because I came from a house that I didn't really need to clean a lot.
Right.
Growing up, we had a maid, and when
You had a maid?
yeah. So she took care of us. She cleaned the house. She took care of us when because mom was working.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
and so getting
About that
from
Morocco privilege.
getting from that to coming here and having to help out when she's not home or when we come home from work and I have to like wash the dishes or clean up the living room or anything like that. It's kind of tough for me. It's still tough. It was way worse when I started.
You grow
I
up
mean, you
a
learn.
certain
Yeah, you
way.
have to like
But yeah, you had to grow.
suck it up and do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that makes them really happy is to help out whatever you can.
Yeah.
Also, my wife, like, it's easy to gawk at women models and shit all day on TV or see in the street. They want that kind of attention too. Like, she wants to be told that she's beautiful, and
Yeah.
she wants you to grab her ass and titties like you used to.
Like you used to. I don't know. I don't think every woman's like that.
Oh.
Well, no, yeah, it depends, I guess.
But no, that attention, like, to make her feel like she's.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, that's true.
Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate that.
All right, so that's the movies. That's the movies that coming out on Blu-ray this week. Games that coming out this week. The Little Acre coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Wild Guns Reloaded coming out for the PS4. Shantae Half Genie Hero. I hope I'm saying that right. PS4, Vita, and Wii U. And Super Mario Run for iOS. So if you don't have a Nintendo, you want to play Super Mario Run, you can play it on iOS.
Nice.
You been playing anything? What have you been playing?
I have been playing Battlefield 1 lately.
Oh, yeah?
And that has just been a major time killer and saver.
Yeah.
I don't like shooting people, so sometimes I'd just rather follow around a fucking sniper and hit him with the EpiPen when he goes down,
Yeah.
heal him, and just you could rack up a lot of score just by healing people in that game. So pretty much like I'm a fucking doctor.
Yeah.
You get your degree from Battlefield 1. There you go. I've been playing, what did I play? I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. And it's good. It's really good. I thought about the story for that. You have to like watch. If you want the whole story, you have to watch the film that came out in August.
Children?
No, actually it came out like years ago. Kingsclave, it's called. Final Fantasy 15 Kingsclave. You have to watch the movie first, and then play the game, and it's basically complements it. Like the movie plays. Well, it's set in the castle where the prince that you play was a few hours ago. So like you see both sides when you watch and when you play, and it's really cool. I like the whole
How's
concept
the
of
battle
the story.
system in that?
I have no, not really. It's they went like the Witcher 3. You played the Witcher 3,
Oh yeah, it's
so they have
pretty
the same. Yeah, it's pretty open, but I had problems with the camera angles. Sometimes when you're in a fight, like the camera just fucks up, so they have to be really careful when you you don't know what the hell's going on because it goes to an angle where you can't see what the hell's going on.
Is that a bug?
I think a little. I don't know if it's maybe it is. I don't know. If it is, I hope they fix it soon because sometimes it gets really annoying.
Yeah.
But I love it. I'm like 15 hours in right now, and I'm not even close to like half of the game. So
That's good, man. Playing video games is like a full-time job.
it is.
I know
Yeah.
you don't even play video
You don't play.
I don't play games. I write checks.
Got Puff Daddy on the show here.
Going up, your typical 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And I'm right back to work. Yeah, but never play games. Just write checks and grind.
There you go.
That's good, man.
But I got respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
If you
it's a
playing
medium.
games,
It's
if you
the
like
story.
playing games, play games.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta remove yourself from reality and
Yeah.
go visit a different world for a
Yeah,
while.
and I do that different ways. I do that by, watching movies.
Watching porn. Yeah.
Yeah, not watching porn.
That's a different reality for you. There
To
you
be
go.
honest with you, Red, I've never watched porn
You never watch porn
in my entire life.
the entire life.
No,
You never watched porn.
I don't think
not
I
one
ever either.
Okay.
Not one time
Not one time. Okay.
ever in my entire life.
Off the record, have you ever watched porn?
No. Never have. Never had a need for it.
So I've never watched it, but I've directed porn before.
Oh, I
But
see.
I did it with a blindfold on because I didn't want to see that kind of adultery going on. So
Oh man. Okay, so that's as far as what's coming out. Do you have anything for the? Well, one thing we can talk about is yesterday you did some photography or started
I'm
filming
working
it.
on a new movie. It's the sequel to previous one I did, Tales of Dracula. This one is Dracula Meets the Wolfman, and we just started filming yesterday.
Oh yeah.
we went ahead a little bit and started shooting one of the scenes later on in the script, but it was a pretty good shoot. All the actors were really nice to work with, and it was nice to see the same crew again from the last one.
Yeah.
I had some issues with equipment after the shoot. You know, there's some problems with the monitor that I was using, ended up fucking up the footage, but it was a nice experience, a learning experience, and this time around I feel like I'm just fully ready to dive into it.
That's
Whereas
good.
the first one was like in 2013 or 12, and I had no idea what I was doing.
You're back right now.
I am back,
You're
man.
back.
I'm fucking in the saddle AC/DC right now.
You ready to shine, baby?
He's ready to take over the world.
Yeah. That's what I
well,
like to see.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Kinda.
Kind of. I don't want to take over the world because that's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I've been digging your vibration lately on your social media outlets that I've been seeing.
man. Yeah, it's.
You're vibrating at another level right now.
I've been doing a lot of soul searching, man.
Yeah.
Like I've been meditating a lot and trying to eat better foods.
Yep.
Eventually, I want to kick meat out of my diet just so I can, feel energized all the
So no
time.
more hamburgers, no more.
Yeah, I don't want to eat any meat. Like I feel like it's.
And that's because it's
wrong.
going to be tough for you because you love eating meat.
I do.
Yeah.
I love eating meat.
Yeah. Me too.
I can't do that. I can't give up meat.
Yeah.
It's
Even if I
hard.
try, I can't.
You
yeah.
gave up pork. You can give
Well,
up.
not meat entirely, like fish and chicken, and I love me the chicken, man. I can't.
Red actually turned me around on pork because I was eating pork chops, bacon all
Yeah.
the time. Then he started telling me some stuff about it. Then I seen this video on Facebook talking about pigs and how they're like one of the most disgusting
Yes.
animals, the stuff they eat.
Well, they're like the
whatever.
closest to us too. It's
Yeah.
almost like eating your fucking ancestors.
So like I've literally, when did I stop eating pork? It was like,
It was like sometimes last year, wasn't it?
like December or something like
Yeah,
last year
last year,
or something.
yeah.
I think I've ate it maybe 2 or 3 times on purpose, maybe 1 or 2 times on accident.
Yeah.
It's just like little amounts, but
I purposely won't eat it, but I have family members that serve it up, so it's like I don't know. It's awkward if you don't.
You say no, yeah, I don't want to eat it. Yeah,
But yeah, I will purposely not eat it if I can help it.
that's cool.
Very dirty.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
It's time for the rapid fire section.
Hey, before we get to that, let's
I'm
talk.
just excited about
Let's
that.
talk about you for a second, because
Yeah, we haven't even talked about Dime.
yeah,
or,
let's-
Chad. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, you guys are just talking to me like the viewers don't know me. You guys know me, so-
right. So let's talk about you. What's how did you start? First, before you became a filmmaker, you were a musician, right? You were a
Yes.
rapper. So tell us about that. How did it happen?
How did
How
become
did
a
you?
rapper?
Yeah, how it inspired you to be a rapper, and how that you went through a journey, long journey for that.
I could tell you this right here could be a 45-minute segment on its own. So I guess I can cut it down.
Cut
a
it
little
down,
bit.
yeah.
Did I say second or minute?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it could
hour.
be
We said
45
second,
minutes.
hour.
I don't know, man. I was young. I grew up listening to a lot of that early 90s gangster rap, Snoop, Dre, Tupac. Even though I grew up in New York, I listened to like all West Coast rappers for some reason. And I just, I always was creative with writing. I would write poems and stuff like that. And I kind of even though I grew up on a back road, I was like immersed myself into this culture back then. And I just started writing and I fell in love with it. And, people told me that I was good at it. And, I kind of, wasn't very confident when I was a kid. And it kind of I kind of created this Diamond Rosselli character, you know what I mean? And it just gave me confidence and let me get my message out there and let me feel good about myself.
An outlet.
Yeah, it was an outlet. And then I just started going hard with it, man, and just dropped my first CD. And I think started recording in 2003, dropped my first CD in 2005, and just started, I was working at Cornell University at the time. I just started putting all my money into it, pressing up mad mixtapes, just thousands of them, handing them out, just trying to build a buzz, just doing whatever I could. And I went really hard on it for like a decade straight, and ended up moving to California. And
So the California move, was it something that you just decided to do, or somebody
Yeah.
contacted you, or?
yeah, I just decided to do it. I was just kind of, sick of my life. I was fed up. I was going to work 40 hours a week, coming home, and I didn't want to do anything. I was just, I felt like life sucked, You know, it was like I just wasn't feeling the paycheck to paycheck thing. So
Would you say that it was like kind of like a journey to find who you are?
yeah, definitely. Everything I went through with the music thing, like I dropped it was like 9 or 10 CDs, you know, and it really brought me out of my shell because I think I had like a kind of social anxiety. So really pushing myself to go out there in the streets and hand out CDs and talk to people and perform on stage and stuff. It was like me facing my own fears, and it made me try to like loosen up and get a little more comfortable, you know, because I'm pretty sure I got like a history of like social anxiety in my family. My mom was really bad with it, and it helps me grow into this person, and and it kind of some great things happened. I signed a record deal with this label in Australia when I was out in California, and flew out there for a month, came back, we made an album, and there's a lot of promises. This was going to be put into a certain amount of money for this and this, and I don't know if the record label wasn't feeling the album or what, but it ended up getting shelved, which happens all the time in the music industry. And they just stopped giving me money, and then I went
Did that kind of discourage you?
Oh yeah, it discouraged me because I thought I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you do any concerts over there? Any radio shows or anything like that?
In Australia?
Australia, yeah.
Yeah, a couple. I didn't really do. I performed, but it wasn't for nothing crazy. It was more a lot of business meetings, meeting different people and stuff like that, and actually taking time. I wrote like 7 of the songs from the album out there when I was out there, so it was like straight business. You know what I mean?
You had some bangers, man. Like it seemed like that was like some of your most energized, creative work that you produced.
I thought my dreams were coming true. You know? And when I say I thought, when I look back at it now, it's like all the hard work I put in, my dreams did come true. Yeah, it wasn't #1 on the charts like I thought I wanted to be or should have been. But I dipped my big toe into the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I dipped it in there, splashed that shit around, felt what it was like.
And licked it afterwards.
Yeah, and I didn't like it. And I seen what it was like, and it just didn't work out. And I came home, and I just, I had no regrets. And as soon as I came home, when the record deal was falling apart, my mother died. And that kind of threw me into like a little 6-7 months depression. I met who's my wife now, and after my mom died, like my mind started changing. You know what I mean? Like, I was always super passionate about this music stuff, but like, I'm like, you know what? Let me take something else. I feel like I'm starting to get good at. Let me pursue some other things. Let me prove to myself that I can do whatever I put my mind to. That I am a smart kid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I went to college and. For digital cinema, started getting into that, and some good things happened. Met you guys. We traveled. I did an internship in Silicon Valley. Made a documentary that ended up winning the Audience Choice Award for all SUNY schools in New York State. And just like it's only been it's been like 2 years, a little over 2 years. And Mike, you knew me back then. Look how far I've come from.
Oh yeah. We used to we worked at Subway together for a while. And you were completely miserable during that time. So I was actually around for part of your depression and your very low energy. And
because it was right around like I go from sitting on top of the world, thinking that I'm dipping my toe in the game, thinking I made it, to everything crashing down, to my mom dying, and then having to get a job at Subway. And I remember when I got the job at Subway, Mike was like, yo, you got some nuts for doing this type thing. Because it was like, it hurt my pride, man.
Right, yeah.
That's why when I was in Binghamton, I couldn't really get work that was like in public spaces. I was embarrassed because I was like, I am a fucking music video director.
Yeah.
So when I went to Cortland and Syracuse and I moved, I was able to get those kind of jobs and feel a little more comfortable. But it does hurt your pride.
Yeah, it hurts your pride, and that's just your ego, man. Your ego trying to stop you. And then I kind of just, I just finally grew. I grew into being comfortable as Chad Dann, instead of just Diamond Rosselli. Diamond Rosselli is that super confident, chasing his dreams, nonstop grinder, but that was really me too. But I kind of had, even though it was me, I kind of had like almost a facade on, I would say. Even though like I thought I kept it real when I was in the music game. I wasn't lying or nothing like that.
I think you have to kind of create an alter ego, because you got to protect who you are when you're alone with yourself. You can't just always give that to people because they could take advantage of that. But it's good to create like sort of an alter ego or somewhere where you can go that's outside of your personal realm.
Yeah, and now I'm just going. I feel finally feeling comfortable just being myself. You know, being Chad, the name my mother gave me, you know what I'm saying, that she blessed me with. I'm finally feeling comfortable. And, you know, 2 years ago, I walked out on a job at Subway, managing a Subway for $9 an hour. And now 2 years later, I'm building my own business. I'm working on films and all that stuff. And I'm not saying the music's totally dead. I haven't, you know, really written or done anything in like 2 years now. But, you know, maybe I can mix some of that in with the film stuff or whatever. I don't know. I know I'm just walking my path right now. God has opened many doors for me, and it's up to me to take action to make these things happen, because opportunities are coming, especially if you're staying positive and putting it out there. All these opportunities come, but if you don't take it, then nothing's going to happen. So, but that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So, speaking of the music, you were big into the hip hop scene. What do you think of like where it's gone socially with all the stuff that's been going on now?
You know, if you were to ask me, like, because I haven't really listened to much hip hop over the last couple years since I kind of stopped. But if you were to ask me like 8 months ago, I would have been like, you know, oh, like these dudes are just kind of mumbling, they're not rapping, there's no real artistry in it anymore. But then I started thinking, you know, like I'm really judging these people, like who defines art and what art is, you know? And then I started listening to some of the newer stuff. Yeah, it's not as lyrical as the stuff when I was growing up, and it's a total different feel. But you got to realize, like, humans are evolving, I guess, into you know, this is their generation, you know. Just like when I was them, I was judging like the old school rap, like from like the 70s and 80s. You would think that I would love the hip hop, hibbity to hibbity, all that stuff. I fucking hate old school rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate the way it sounds. I'm just not a fan, you know?
Yeah.
I grew up on The Chronic, Doggy Style, you know, that's the type of stuff. That's as old as out you'll hear me listening to, you know.
You know,
but I don't mind it now. You know, I think I've made a few playlists with some newer songs, and I'm just, you know, hey, just let them do them. Why judge, you know?
Right, and if people are feeling it, I mean, that's what it is.
If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it, but I don't know. I'm just not that type of person. I'm not just like this guy that, oh, I'm only gonna listen to underground hip hop artists because I don't want to put myself in a box. A good song is a good song to me, no matter what it is. You know, one of my favorite songs right now is Timmy Turner by Designer, the dude that did that Panda song.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard.
I know the Panda.
I think I've heard it too.
Went viral.
And
Everyone
I can't understand the fucking word he's saying in the entire song.
But it's got energy, right?
Yeah, it's got energy. It's just it's real melodic, and like I get hyped off that.
Yeah, I think in terms of where it's gone, they might actually be closer to where they started with the hibbity hip hop shit, because you have a bunch of communities that are coming together, and like the music doesn't have longevity, but during its run, it has a lot of energy and it brings everybody together in the club. And I've been in rooms with those people that create that music, and it's just nothing but love. It's amazing. But yeah, I don't really care for the music, but I respect the grind that they go through to get to that.
And that's it, man. We all individually, life's too short just to be judging people for what they're trying to do, man. I'm trying to take care of my family and be the best version of myself as I can be. You know what I mean? I don't got time to worry about, you know, about Mac Miller's new song. You know, if it's a good song, it comes on my playlist, I'll bop to it. Other than that, I don't know. I don't, maybe it's because I don't rap no more or whatever. I just don't care no more. You know, I know it's kind of messed up.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No,
Or
It does, yeah.
I think at some point we all kind of
Yeah.
quiet our ego and
Yeah.
we just fall into the universe like where we belong. Like
I think that's part of growing up, right? Not necessarily
Yeah, that's part of
age-wise, but
growing
growing up as in,
Yeah.
you know, you move on and
Back in the day, you know, you're younger, you care about more simplistic things like that, you know.
Do you what's some of the things that go through your mind in terms of business? Like what's some of the stuff that you've been trying to study to become better at what you do?
I wouldn't say necessarily study, but you know, just realizing what the real business grind is. You know, trying to make sure your bills are paid. You know, doing my own books, making sure I have money set aside for taxes, making sure I'm taking care of my mileage, and you know, writing off purchases, and you know, keeping everything straight has been like the biggest challenge for me. But I think I'm doing pretty well with it. And another thing is meeting other business owners and really picking their brain. You know what I mean? Trying to see how they succeeded, and you know, just getting advice as far as you know, the government tax side of things, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and just, you know, another thing is, you know, getting jobs and, you know, kind of being a one-man band right now, and you're getting down to your last couple videos where you had to edit and you don't got any gigs coming in, you get a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? But that's where that,
I think that's part of the thrill too. Like
that's
it's
where that
part
fight or
of
flight kicks in. Like I got to
Yeah.
get out there,
Yeah.
get my three-piece suit on, and you know, hit them and
Gotta
just
go get that money, man.
yeah.
It was
It's great. I like working for myself. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. I've 7 months. I've done pretty well. You know, I don't want to throw numbers out there right now. You know, because the viewers might drop a deuce in their pants if they hear the type of numbers. But no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's been a journey, man. And then the biggest thing is I truly believe in what I'm doing, and I'm excited what the next couple years is going to bring. You know what I mean? Who knows where this could take me? So that's where I'm at.
That's part of the journey too. Like you don't, like if you knew what was gonna happen, it won't be as, you know, what I mean, as fulfilling as it is right now. Because 2 years ago, we did not see yourself
No,
being a business owner, right?
I
You
just
see,
knew that I liked video production,
Right.
you know, and I thought I was, you know, pretty good at editing, and you know, I had my strengths and my weaknesses, but I'm like, give it a shot, man. Why not? You know?
what do you got to lose?
Yeah.
Maybe a toe or a finger, bro. You know?
what kind of challenges have you faced so far in terms of getting your name out there, or like obstacles that are holding you back?
I think as far as getting my name out there, the only challenge is myself. Is, you know, me stopping myself from doing what I got to do to get my company name out there. Word of mouth has been huge for me. That's how I haven't really had to go out and like search for too many jobs yet, just because, you know, between word of mouth and the jobs I've done, you know, I've kind of been blessed with things kind of just almost falling in my lap the last 6 months. As soon as I get done with something, boom, another opportunity comes. I take advantage of it, and then that will lead to something else. You know, it's kind of been like a little domino effect for me. But I know I'm gonna have to get out there. What was the other part of that question?
It's I guess growth. Like how have you evolved? You know, since you first started. Like what's some wisdom that you've obtained to become a better businessman?
Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and you know, don't be afraid to go out there and just get it. That's one thing, you know, I kind of relied heavy on is surrounding myself with super talented people, you know, working in a team a lot. But when you kind of throw yourself out there by yourself and you're doing everything by yourself, you know, I had, you know, some insecurities, maybe not thinking that I could get the job done, but then I kind of just like face those fears and put myself out there and just do the best job I can. And I see myself growing. I see myself becoming a better editor or becoming a better shooter. And I know I still have a long way to go, but you know, just you got to face those fears, because on the other side of fear is success, from what I understand. You know what I mean?
No, man.
No, fair. One thing I want to ask you: do you ever feel like you need to go, or be better off if you go work in the city where we'd be making more money and more jobs, because obviously it's a bigger market for it? Do you feel like sometimes, does it cross your mind that sometimes, you know, maybe I should try to find a way to get to the city and get jobs there?
Good question, Red. I mean, it's crossed my mind, but you know, I've traveled all over. I've been to a bunch of different cities. I moved to California. I lived in Southern California. I went from a town of 20,000 people to 800,000 people in a city. Everybody always thinks the grass is greener on the other side. It's always going to be better here. But one thing I've learned in my 35 years on this earth is it's not always greener on the other side. It's where you plant your seeds at. It doesn't matter where you are. Yeah, I can move to the city and have more opportunities, but maybe a little bit quicker. But I need to, no matter where I am, if I put that hard work in, I put that grind in, and you know, have that consistency, anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I know dudes from small towns smaller than the one I live in that are making $5K a video. You know what I mean? But they're going out there, they're taking action, they're approaching people. You know, so I don't know. I'd like to visit cities, and you know, if the opportunity came where I can make decent money and I had to live in it, I would. But I feel like I'm kind of forging my own path, and I'm kind of starting where I am, but I'm not gonna worry about where that's gonna take me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna plant my seeds, I'm gonna watch them grow.
And rise with them.
And if somebody in New York City wants to work with Chad Diamond Dan, I'm on the next flight in Syracuse. I'll be there in an hour and a half, you know?
That's dope.
That is, yeah. Well,
You know, I want to forge my own path. I don't know, man. I don't want to work. We're already living in this matrix, this program. I don't want go doing that.
yeah.
That's like what an NYU student would do. I'm not trying to play all my cards into the program. I'm trying to create a glitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying
You're going deep on me right now.
I'm trying to create a glitch in the program and do things my own way.
I think that's more.
And it's not all about the money for me either.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that you grew up in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you feel.
Yeah, I feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable. You don't have to worry about anything changing. You know what I mean? Like a change can be sometimes. It can be not good for you. You know, not all change is something that's gonna benefit you. So I think staying put sometimes helps.
Yeah. And I embrace change. Don't get it wrong.
Well,
I want change on my own terms.
Right. So I think
I don't want to just throw myself.
because a lot of people that I've noticed since I came here that go to school, or they always want to move away. They all let's move away. Let's go to New York City, has better opportunities to go there. Let's go to a lot of them go to the South. You know, and it's I've noticed that, and it's kind of weird when I think about it. I'm like, well, why don't you just fight it out here?
You know what's funny about that is like the people that are in that area that you want to move to, they want to get out of there and come here.
Right.
So it's like it's always going to be better on the opposite side, like you said.
Yeah.
But
I always think it's greener.
the change has to come within. So if you still bring that emotional baggage with you to a different location, you're going to create the same circumstances that you were in here.
Right.
So you have to completely change your mindset and
Exactly.
want to attract better things.
Yeah. I mean, Robert De Niro is a great actor. You know what I'm saying? But even if he came out of a small town, you know, he's such a good actor. People, it doesn't matter where he lives. People, if they want Robert De Niro, they're gonna get Robert De Niro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to paint that picture, man. Picasso, baby. You know? So, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to. Which pill was it? The red pill or the blue pill?
I think it was the red one.
The red pill where he got out of the Matrix?
I want to say.
Yeah, I was the red pill.
Yeah.
Okay. If we have to check our stat guy, he'll let us know.
Dominic gave me the yes. So that's
Okay, so it's the red pill, man. I'm trying to take the fucking red pill, man. You know? That's where I'm at.
don't take too much of it.
I don't know. I'm not worried about it, man. I'm not worried about where I can make more money and all that.
What do you think of the evolution of all this technology coming out, where they got these personal experiences that you could view through a headset, like the 3D
virtual reality.
Like
shit.
what? Like putting you in Hawaii for a weekend?
Yeah, like
Well, it's for storytelling. I think it's going
How
to
do you
evolve
think-
storytelling a lot. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's just part of the natural order of things. You know what I'm saying? Look how far our stuff's come since we were teenagers. You know, 20 years from now, this virtual reality stuff's going to be, you know, babies are going to come out of the womb with a pair of glasses on, with virtual babysitters. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
No, you're right. They'll evolve and they'll.
Yeah, humans are evolving. So what do I think about it? I think it's just the natural order of things, you know, and hopefully I can stick around for a couple more years to,
Just a couple more years.
you know.
I think right now, if I had the investment money to do it, I would love to just do behind the scenes in a 3D world to show how everything's made. So imagine if the person could just turn around and see what the audio guy's doing, or you know, like see how they're building the set or something. That would be amazing behind the scenes.
All I have to do is set up a 360 camera in a set and work around it.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
By the way, that's trademarked. Go ahead, continue.
what is it? 360
Just that
camera?
ID is trademarked.
Oh yeah, don't
so-
ever
You know how
steal.
people like to steal
Don't
shit.
you steal this idea? I'm sure somebody already did it.
Oh yeah.
So see, if somebody wants to holler at you, where would they go? Want to hire you for a
wanna hire
job?
me?
Want to talk to you about a job? Where would they go?
You can go to my Facebook business page, facebook.com/grindstonefilms. You can get my email and phone number from there. Also can check out the video section and see some different examples of a lot of random different types of video production. Like I said, I'm not following like a certain niche right now. I love all aspects, so I don't think there's, you know, if you're paying like you weigh, then I can get the job done. So,
That's good.
rapid fire. Do you know if I
Hey, we'll do rapid fire before we
Yeah.
go ahead. You see what I'm saying? Want to do that segment?
Rapid fire, I've seen on a lot of podcasts where they hit you with a question and you got to dig right here for the answer, right off the top.
Okay.
So, first question.
So what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be like lightning speed answering it. You could take as long as you need to.
Okay.
But the first question I want to ask you is, where do you think we go when we die?
Jesus. Talking a whole
Let's play some
nother
music when it's got to be some
Where do
creepy
we
music.
go when we die? It's a tough one, man. Hopefully, I'll be knocking at the pearly gates. You know what I mean? Let's hope. Let's hope there's a heaven, whatever you want to call it. I think we go to heaven or hell. You know, whatever people want to call that. The universe. I don't know. I think.
Is it like the traditional hell as you fall in the fire, or is it,
No.
or is it like a land full of monsters that you have to?
I don't know. I never.
You never been? You've never been?
That's a good answer. I've never died before.
As far as I know, but I want to go to heaven. Yeah. Whatever that is, I want to be there.
Okay, that's a good answer. Next question. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Man up and tell people how you really feel. Don't hold it all inside. Speak your mind. And be yourself. Because you're fucking great and you're amazing. You're a talented kid. Love yourself.
Hot damn.
It's good. Let it soak in.
That's really good.
All right, so number 3. If you were granted $1 million and you could spend it any way you want to, what would you do with that money?
$1 million.
$1 million. To be honest with you, I know you're probably expecting me to say like
Charity?
give water to the kids in Africa or something, but in this day and age, $1 million is a lot of money, but I don't feel like it is. So what I would do is pay off my student loans, pay off my wife's student loans, get everything, get our credit taken care of, purchase a new house, and build like a warehouse studio with my offices in it for Grindstone Films to continue doing what I do.
That's what's up, man.
And then
Strictly business. I like it.
and
Yeah.
then tuck a little bit away.
Yeah,
You gotta take care of yourself before you take care of others. You know what I mean? Like if you take care of others straightly without
Exactly. You gotta.
just hurting everybody, them and you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And right now, my family is my number one priority. You know.
Right. As it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, my family is my number one priority. And yeah, man, you gotta play the game. You know, the corporate elite, the big banks want the corporate elite and big banks want to control every second of our lives. You know, so you gotta play the rules to break the rules. So.
Let's see, I could probably have one more here. You're 35, 5 years would be 40. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years?
With a kid.
No kids.
No,
We're
no
not having
kids.
kids. Although I'm not against adopting in the future. So 5 years, I don't know, man. I have goals. I have goals, big goals. I like to set my goals big. In the next 3 years, I see Grindstone Films being a $26 million company.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
That's what I keep in my mind.
That's good to set up that goal. That's
You know what I
good.
mean? That's what I keep in my mind. I try to reach for the stars anytime. I've always been that way. I've always been passionate grinder like that. You know that, Mike. But yeah, I see my company successful. I see me and my wife doing very well. I see me on a beach in Maui having tea with Tony Robbins. I see myself surrounding myself with good, like-minded people that want to be the best version of themselves. Yeah, I don't know. Successful, man. Hard work. I see myself successful, and I see every year over the next 5 years just getting better for me. So
I gotta hit on this one. I gotta say something about this one because you just said you'd rather adopt than have a baby, right?
no, I didn't say I would rather adopt than have a baby.
What'd you
I
say?
said that me and my wife don't want kids, but it's eventually down the road. We're not against possibly adopting if we're at that point where we're like, okay, maybe we want to have a kid.
So you're saying like if 15 years from now you can't have kids,
Yeah.
like literally you can't have kids now because you don't
we're
want to,
older. Yeah.
right? And you want a kid, then you adopt.
Yeah.
But for right now, we don't want any kids.
Right now, no kids, no.
Okay, that clears it up because
it's just-
you said I'm gonna we can think about adopting, but
No, that clears it up. I think there's, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of fucked up shit going on right now in this world, and it's almost weird bringing a kid into that, but, I might want a kid someday. I don't know. Maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I just feel like I got a late start on some stuff, so I'm focusing more on me.
I mean, if it's gonna make it more complicated than
Yeah,
yes,
like-
I mean, it makes sense to think about it that way.
Yeah. I'm thinking, I guess, like you said, straight business. Even with the kid, I'm thinking of it more from a business standpoint. I know it's kind of messed up, but
What does that mean?
Like giving your kid some kind of job in the company at some point.
Oh, like to
Or,
have a successor? Is that?
I don't know.
What's nice though is
We just don't want, I don't know, we just don't want kids, and there's lots of people that don't want kids out there.
Yeah. I know.
You know what I'm
Just the way you said it, that's why I pressed on that because you're like, well, I'm gonna doubt, but we don't want our own kids. But okay, so Facebook, they can hit you up on Facebook.
Yeah, facebook.com/Grindstone Films. Definitely we'll be working on a new website for the new year for 2017, highlighting some different things that our company offers. I give out my phone number, but you can find that.
You can find it on the Facebook page. Okay.
Yeah. And also Vimeo.com/Grindstone Films as well. You can see the the variation of different things that I've been working on. So
Do you have any more rapid fire questions?
Nope, he answered pretty much everything really well.
Yeah, he
Passionate, I liked it.
was passionate. Yeah,
first time on camera, who would have thought?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
I like where the episode went.
I do too. This is our first podcast show. We still don't have a name for the show, so we had a few names that we're gonna try to.
Oh, you guys got
We're
some
on the
names written
table. Let's say we're on the table
Yeah.
for the show.
down? Shout them out to
What
them.
do you? Which one did you say earlier? One of the suggestions for the name of the show?
Yeah, there's Humble Pie. That's a great one. Humble Beginnings. I like the word humble. There's you could play off of something funny, but I like the idea of, beginning a journey and creativeness. You like the word creative, so if somebody could fuse those two together somehow and give us the one.
Suggestion for a name for a show, for the show.
I mean, something I have to think about, but I like the format of just kind of chopping it up, having a conversation.
Right.
Something about convo, talk. I'm not really sure. I'd have to think about it.
Dominic, a name for the show.
$1 billion blunt.
$1 billion blunt. That is a raw name.
Yeah, keeping
it raw.
Keeping it kind of blunt.
Blunt talk.
Blunt. Isn't that already a show? Blunt Talk
Probably. It is
with
now.
the guy from It Is Now. X-Men?
As soon as you think of an idea, and if you don't harness that shit, somebody takes.
So, if you guys think of a name that's be really cool for the show, you can drop it in the comments, or this will be uploaded later on Facebook, so you can leave us a comment there. Suggestions for a name for the show. Humble Pie or Humble Cake. I don't know.
Blunt talk.
Blunt
What
Talk.
about Diarrhea of the Mouth?
I'm sure
Diarrhea of the
that's,
Mouth. I don't know if that's.
I thought you said diarrhea.
That's what he said.
That's family friendly, right?
Stemming from that diarrhea of the mouth.
Oh, Diarrhea of the Mouth.
That
Oh, I
sounds
play
like
on the
diarrhea.
word.
That's fucking cool.
That is.
Diarrhea.
See, that's how names
of
come
the
up,
mouth.
Diarrhea of the Mouth.
diarrhea.
That is cool.
So please share and like us and follow us for more shows. This is going to be coming up every week with special guests. Today we had Chad Diamond Dann, filmmaker, videographer, and entrepreneur. Thank you for coming on the show, Chad.
God, I love it when you say stuff like that to me.
Like what?
Just
Stuff?
stuff.
Just like it, you like my accent? Is that what?
No, it's a good feeling because sometimes, when other people recognize what you're doing, your accomplishments, it's a good feeling.
It is,
because
yeah.
you're working hard and you don't really think about that type of thing, But I appreciate the recognition. So,
Fuck yeah, man.
tear.
Proud of you,
I'm
bro.
gonna cry right now.
Thank you.
So thank you for sticking with us, and hopefully you'll still follow us for next week, and we'll see you then.